Hello there, everyone. You know who I am, ETTemplar, Alien Crusader from Beyond the Heavens. And before we get into some video, some talk context to this Nick Rakaida clip. So, one of his subscribers, life dealt him a terrible hand. Being poor, he alienated himself from his family, so he gave whatever $5 he had monthly to Nick Rakaida. The man literally felt like he had nowhere to turn to, so he contacts Nick Rakaida, and at some point, this guy joins KIWI Farms and starts talking about Nick Rakaida and how Nick wasn't who he thought he was. And Nick Rakaida, in his infinite wisdom, in this 28 minutes, the original context of this video goes on for an hour. We might even not do the first 28 minutes because shit like this makes me sick. And then I'll get more into like philosophical stuff as we go on or later with my own personal opinions and stuff. But God, Nick Rakaida is a vindictive, just evil fuck. But, well, maybe not evil, but a vindictive fucking shithead. And he errs. Anyways, it's just easier to show you.
Here we go. This is fun. Not only do I know them, do I know their failures? Do I know their social security checks? Do I know their inability to even contact their own family for help? Do I know their desire to leave their own state? Oh, man.
So this guy's taking one outlier and applying it to all KIWI farmers. But then again, we're looking at a man who's 3 sheets into the wind, fucking wasted. So, but anyways.
Oh, man, I cannot fucking imagine being in the place that this man is, that he has to go to a YouTube streamer to beg for a shred of attention. Say, please, Rackets, I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, man.
He's a stronger man than you fucker. And I don't even know who this guy is, but to go through such an existential crisis to where he may or may not have enough money to get mental health, and that's the case. Most people just don't have enough money to afford mental health, but this man will be more strong than Nick Rakaida ever will be. And to this guy, like, hopefully you're still with us, man. You know, the Bible says, before I formed thee in the womb, I knew thee. So, just fuck this Nick Rakaida guy, man. Anyways.
Begging is embarrassing. I love you. My family hates me. I can't get a job. I'm so mentally handicapped. I can't do anything. And my name is John. All I want to do, I want to die. I want to put a bullet in my mouth, but I can't afford a gun. Texting me this, by the way. I'm like, hey, holy shit. Brother, you want to kill yourself? Like, that's not good. No, I deserve to die. Well, I mean, probably, but seriously, no, that's not good. Can you buy an Uber and go to the hospital? No, I can't afford an Uber. You can't afford an Uber? Like $8. You can't afford one. Why? I'm on Social Security because we use some piece of shit. But I'm so successful. Oh, man, that's fucking embarrassing. Man, that is embarrassing. Right?
So this guy is airing every secret, every embarrassing secret of this Dear John guy. You know, you want to know what the Freemasons are about? And this has to do with this current context. Just bear with me. The Masonic Brotherhood, why it's a fraternity, and the main thing is to keep a brother's secret. So, historically speaking, when the Knights Templar were being betrayed by the Catholic Church or organizations within the Catholic Church, they were slow roasted, tortured every way imaginable, but some of them never revealed the locations of their brothers or the secrets of the treasure, so on and so forth. They went to their grave keeping their brother's secret. So you don't even have to be a Mason, okay? You don't even have to be a Knights Templar to understand the moral of the story. If some man trusts you with the most sacred of information, the most damning about his character and his weaknesses, you withhold that secret, even if they betray you. But something tells me that Nick Rekieta is lacking in in character. But let's keep going.
Right? I'm such a piece of shit. My family hates me. Nobody loves me. I'm just going to kill myself. You're messaging me. You're texting a fucking YouTuber. Holy. Oh my God, man, that's embarrassing. Right, John? You're texting me. And I say, I'm like, holy shit, please don't kill yourself. First of all, you can't afford the bullets. You've already expressed that. You can't afford the Hardys that would kill you either. You're just you. You're just a useless pile of garbage. You can't afford an Uber to the hospital.
Now, when Rekieta here, this fucking piece of shit says that's pathetic. You know how much guts it takes to not only go to a YouTuber, and unfortunately for him, he went to a YouTuber whose soul is dog shit, whose character is severely lacking in honor, and just general fraternity and common decency, that because this guy went to KIWI Farms, now Nick Rekieta is going to be the most vengeful, spiteful piece of shit and just air all of this. Remember, this video is only 28 minutes of an hour. This man revealed this man's weaknesses, his secrets, to I don't know how many people was in the stream, but if you're watching 2 minutes into this, you should be fucking sick to your stomach that someone would do this to another person. Now, Nick Rekieta claims to be a Christian. Would a Christian stoop to this level of betrayal and scumbaggery? Yeah, what a Christian he is, huh?
You're texting me, begging me, please. Oh man, I'm spiraling. Don't kill me. Don't let me kill myself. I'm like, why? First of all, I can't control you from killing yourself. Only you can do that, brother. Have you tried calling 911? No, I can't spell. I'm Korean. Literally just 911. No. How far are you from the hospital? 4 miles. Why don't you walk towards the hospital and then call 911, tell them where you're walking? Because you cannot do it. Oh my God, man. This is embarrassing. You can't get to the hospital. Would you buy a limo?
You know what's embarrassing? A grown-ass man stooping to this level of betrayal and scumbaggery. Which this man should know better. You know, again, to cycle back to the Masons, the square and compass stands for measurements. The general idea of Freemasonry is building an inner temple and becoming a better person. So with that, the square and compass represents, the perfection of the self. It also has to do with knowing which lines to cross and not to cross in the name of morality, decency, and or God. So,
private jet to the hospital like a normal middle class person. They're like, oh, I can't make it in middle class. I have crippling disabilities and anxieties. I
lost track. So, lines that even in the sake of honor or other issues that should not be crossed, that would be just damning to yourself and character. And Nick Rekieta here is blazing, past those lines. He doesn't give a shit. Ruthless.
Love you, though. I love you, the greatest streamer of all time. You're the fucking best streamer ever. Oh, my God. I love you. Please teach me how to do life. I can't teach you how to do life because you're retarded. But what I can teach you right now is that you probably shouldn't kill yourself. And this is taken away from my life, my evening, and my wife and children, in my normal middle class, upper middle class home with real things, and I'm talking to a fucking retard, a literal, goddamn, by definition, suicidal retard. And all I'm trying to do in this entire world is save this person's life. Save this person's life from the most dangerous person they have. Right, John? Right, John? Right, John? Where you walk.
What I'm about to say may sound homophobic, but this is the most faggoty behavior I've seen an adult man engage in. Do you see this shit? As he's gonna gossip like a woman, spill this man's guts to, again, a community of people. And it shouldn't matter. Like, if he offered his servants, or his followers, not servants, his followers an ear for their trouble, you can't really take that back. So he's complaining about trying to be a decent person. How this motherfucker still has a following and people that support this, I'm going to say it, this is demonic behavior.
Into that hospital. No, you weren't. Were you, John? You were sitting in your shitty Section 8 apartment that you could not fucking pay for because you can't hold a job. And your relatives all told you were an embarrassing reject and disowned you. And the only option, your emergency contact at the fucking hospital, John, right, John, was a YouTube streamer.
This man has the world by the tail. You know what's sad? You know what's pathetic? And this fucker who has everything, a loving wife, 5 kids, a budding internet career in which he never has to do any hard labor in his life, is drowning himself with expensive liquor. So the karmic winds is already blowing back in his direction for this. And he will be judged for this. And look at me, he's surrounded by books, he's surrounded by all this material shit. And the only thing he has on this guy is spilling the secrets that he put forward to Rakaida.
You paid to be your friend. The YouTube streamer, you paid to be your friend. Now, John.
And you took that money, so you can't back out now, asshole.
What happens in most cases when you pay someone to be your friend, and then you tell that person, right, John? Tell the person, holy shit, I'm going to end it all. What do they say? What does the person you pay to be your friend say? Say, sorry, brother, I don't know how to help you. Or they say, hey, John, here's my personal phone number. I hate you're doing.
And that was a stupid cat.
I hate you're an embarrassing waste of a human whose entire family has disowned him from his crippling mental disabilities, who can't fucking walk to a hospital, who can't call a cab to a hospital, who has to call a YouTube streamer to cry and say, I'm not worth living. I don't know what to do. So when you pay $5 a month and that person's like, hey, dude, please literally don't rafter yourself. Please don't do that, John. Right, John? Please don't do that. As you begged me to save you. Because your family wouldn't save you. Because you were garbage. Because you couldn't save you. Because you're garbage. Because you don't have any friends to save you. Because you're garbage. Only person on earth you could reach out to.
And here, we're watching a piece of garbage spill this man's secrets. And yet it's just ironic that Nick Rakaida, the lofty Nick Rakaida, chose to save this man's life by doing the bare minimum anyone could fucking do, is listen and talk. So this was too much for Rakaida here. Too much just to listen and bullshit with a guy who's struggling. And the more I watch this, the more disdain and hatred I have for Rakaida here. Because no normal human being, drunk or not, goes this scorched earth over some guy who dared post on a fucking internet forum.
John, one YouTube streamer that you paid $5 a month to. You know what he said? Dude, please, for the love of Christ, just don't kill yourself.
So Rakaida keeps this guy's money that I don't know how long this guy subscribed to him for, but any real person, Rakaida is clearly doing well. Okay. So it doesn't stop to think him like, here, this is the money you've given me over like let's say $5 a week, 5 times 5, $25, 25. So let's just say, let's see, okay, so $5 a week. That's 25. 25 times 12, just ballparking it. Right? And this is all hypothetical bullshit. I don't know exactly. So, like, even if this is minimal, it's like, so here's the $300 you've supported me with. Take this $300 and enjoy it. Go get a hotel. Go camping or some shit, and even though $300 isn't shit, but it would just be so it would be just the thought that counts. I'll probably give this another 5 minutes because this is just the same important bullshit.
I know things are hard. How can I help you? Can I buy you a literal bus ticket to another state? Can I help you get back to your family? Would your family support you? You know what you said, John? They won't. They won't support me because I'm useless, because I'm horrible, because I'm a piece of shit. Why would my family support me? Oh my God, I can't even change my own diapers or whatever you are, John. Right, John? Right, John? You remember this conversation? We literally said, John, if you do not start walking to that hospital and ask for some help, I will call 911 because you are too incapable of saving your own life that you will call the only friend you have on this fucking earth when your family and friends have disowned you. And you're sitting there. And what was it New Mexico or Arizona? I don't remember. John, you tell me. You're sitting there in this southwest state full of illegal immigrants. This state will save every person on earth except you because you're white, John. Because they expect you to save yourself. You had no one to call except when someone paid $5 a month to be your friend.
And unfortunately for John, he trusted this snake piece of human shit. All right, let's speed this up because like the longer I watch,
What he calls YouTuber. The YouTuber spends a bunch of time. It's like, hey man, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I know life sucks right now. I know it's hard to connect.
and I get it. It's not Rikaida's job to save someone's life or to be like a therapist. Like, we've all been there, right? Where we had to lend an ear for someone in a situation that was just dealing with life. Life, for whatever reason, was kicking them in the balls. But if this was such a hassle the first time, why did Rikaida even care? So, but now all of a sudden it's a big fucking problem and a heartache. Now that this guy dare, again, post things about Nick on Kiwi Farms. And that's the thing that's wild about this. This Rikaida is so vindictive about this nobody. This guy whose life has proverbially shit on him. And he's so perturbed by this small pissant that is going through the worst time in their life, depressed, probably suicidal from the sound of it, and about to do something that will erase him from the existence. But, oh, Nick Rikaida is now all of a sudden bothered by doing this. And it's just, like, I can get how that would be ungrateful. But this, my mind is blown that another adult man would do this.
With your family. I know you're fucking disconnected. I know you. It's an insurmountable amount of money for you because you don't make any money. Can I help you? How do I get you connected to your family? What is it? $1,000 bus ticket? Literally offered to buy this guy a bus ticket to the family that disowned him. Dude, it's insurmountable for you, but right now, not for me. How can I help you? What can I do?
So I'll give him points there. He offered, but then again, this Nick doesn't know the situation of the family, does he? So then, let's say he does take Nick up on his bus ticket out to wherever his family is. Then he's just in the same situation, but thousands of mile away is where he is comfortable, but with family that's what disowned him. So I'll give Nick that, okay? But
Can't do anything. Everybody hates me. Like, I get it. Okay, cool. Yeah, the bingo guy hates you too because you can't count. Everybody hates me. Okay. How do I help you? Just help me live through the night. All right, here's a simple answer. You don't have any friends, which means you also don't have any enemies. No one's coming to kill you. The only person who can kill you is you. How about you just not kill yourself and instead go to a hospital? So again, motherfucker walks to a hospital. On my recommendation, I'm like demanding, send me pictures of what you see. So I know when you see the hospital, I want you to see the sign. I want you to do all these things. I want to make sure you live through the night. Because literally, if you were a cat woman with 50 cats and you laid down in your state, they would fucking shit in your mouth till you had toxoplasmosis. And then we'd eat your skin. That's how embarrassing you were, John. Text me. Show me that you're getting there. Call a fucking ambulance.
the funny thing about this, it says Regaida Law at the top. Right? So imagine being some person, right? They want to get their perspective on, maybe the court thing with was it Mandy and the DA prosecutor that's having an affair with the other guy, right? It's so imagine trying to find evidence coverage on the least recent ongoings of court stuff, and you come across this shit, a guy who is just rending this poor bastard, and you're like, okay, why does it say Regaida Law at the top? Or like LawTube in the tags. So I don't know what the fuck Nick's doing here anymore. Again, we'll just give this a few minutes.
Finally gets to the hospital. He doesn't die. Doesn't kill himself. You know what he does instead? Goes on to Kiwi Farms. Tells them what a piece of shit I am. Holy shit, I have faith in this guy. I trusted this guy. I have faith in this guy. He's such a garbage person. The things he believes aren't true at all. And yet, he asks me.
And that's the one thing that cooked all of this horseshit off. Him posting on Kiwi Farm. So this man's going to spill and betray people like this guy, apparently. Regaida. Nick. He does shit like this. This is nobody who has no dirt on him. A small fry that is so insignificant in the empire and the world of Nick that he has to squish the guy just because he is such a vindictive shit that someone commented about him on fucking Kiwi Farms. Now, that's the third time I've said that. I've even had my history with the Kiwi Farms. There was this really cringy, Discord server. They alleged there was doxing and all kinds of dumb shit. So, it's... To see a man act like this, to act like an absolute woman, a guy that has everything, again, as I mentioned, this small fry is, in the empire and the world of Nick, and what opens this deluge of just secrets spilling everywhere was few posts on Kiwi Farms, a site that is it's barely mentioned when you search it on Google or Bing. It's an offshoot, like, reject part of the internet, which no one, unless if you're autistic sped like me who follows drama like this, is gonna know about it. That's the wild thing. So the absolute betrayal of just common decency here is astounding. Now maybe everyone would react like this, but this is like absolutely unhinged, and this is why Nick. I can't believe someone would be this ruthless over something so minuscule. But yeah, I already closed it. We're not going to finish this shit out because, again, it's just more. We have 17, another 11 minutes of him just going on spilling this dude's some randos like information and story. So it sounds like this guy did get the help he needs, and maybe the anger and rage that he found about Rikaida's bullshit pulled him through. So, anyways, Godspeed, sir. Hopefully you got the help you needed. And it's unfortunate you trusted Nick, this piece of shit, that because he posted on some obscure forum that he's going to spill your secrets to everyone, everyone's going to, like, know, which probably isn't going to do your mental health any, like, favors. But just know it's worth it to live. Look how mad you've made this guy off of doing nothing. Use that at the least. If you're not a faith, like, God-fearing person, just know that your sole existence makes this asshole mad who's made hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, off of being a shyster lawyer. You are ruining his entire fucking existence by just existing. You have struck, somehow, a little minuscule guy like this has struck a nerve with such a titan, an e-persona titan on the internet, and that's commendable, my guy, because nothing really gets to this dick, and you have somehow struck a nerve with this guy whose God has blessed him with a wife, 5 children, a way to make a living, doing nothing, sitting on his fat ass, talking about, or used to talk about cases, but really, who's getting the last laugh here? This guy is essentially what appears to be drinking himself to death, which is not funny, but it's just ironic how this is played out. Anyways, this has just been my 2 cents and long-winded, I guess you could say moral fagging about it, but I'm just amazed what you've seen here. And when I saw this originally, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, geez, don't. If you have any connections, if you're a donor to Nick, just don't. You better hope he doesn't find out you post on Kiwi Farms the most egregious of sins. Anyways, take it easy. God bless. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And of course, if you are struggling, there's resources out there for you to help. There's phone numbers. Reach out. Hopefully you have people in your circle you can trust with this kind of information. Hopefully you have someone who's a fraternal bond or, sororital bond or religious. Hell, you can go see a Catholic priest and just go to confession. I'm not even a Catholic, but you could talk to a priest. You can walk into any Christian church and probably find an ear and have, guidance or someone to talk to. But yeah, hang in there. But this is brutal. This is the most merciless shit I've seen in a while.
My name is Roland. My name